Hey everyone, welcome to my first live stream on this channel. I'm doing this completely spontaneously. I don't know if anybody's going to show up. I just thought I'd start, see if anybody comes by. Maybe start doing these as a regular, like open office hours for anybody that wants to talk data science, or just wants to hang out. I'm doing this at 12 p.m. on the Pacific time zone of the U.S., which is GMT -7. Um, so yeah, so just hanging out, see if anybody shows up, and we'll see if there's an interest to do this on a continual basis. It also gives me an opportunity to test out some of my equipment. I hope that the audio is coming through well, and it lets me look at the camera, make sure everything looks good on the screen. If you see some of my videos, then you already recognize this set. But yeah, just gonna see if anybody shows up or if anybody wants to chat. Today was my official launch of my channel. I've been doing other smaller videos or educational things before here, just kind of figuring things out. But today is Wednesday, May 1st. It's my first official day open. I uploaded a long form video today on LLMs. Some of the things you should consider before you're planning your LLM. There's kind of like high level considerations. Most of my content is aimed at executives and data leaders. I don't really do a lot of coding or programming on my channel. I certainly know how to do those things, but that's not really the audience that I want to speak to. I think there's plenty of already really good resources for that. So for my stuff, I'm focusing on executives and leaders, talking about communication, team dynamics, leadership, and basically how to work with the rest of all of you, the rest of you data scientists. I came up through the ranks as a student, as a web developer, as a software developer. Um, so I kind of know. I kind of think I have a feeling for the support that most data science teams need. So that's what I try to teach to executives and kind of move forward. But yeah, but for things like this live stream, I think it's just my opportunity to talk to you guys and just talk about anything you want. Obviously, I also get a lot of requests from students and other people who want to make the move into data science. I try to help as much as I can. I don't always have the time, but what I have done is I've put together um, a guide of how I would study data science nowadays. Because I'm still aware of the resources that are out there and the tools that are available, the trends in the industry as far as what teams are looking for in new hires. So you'll find that on my channel. I have put that up on my channel so that you can also, just kind of go through it and get an idea of what you're in for if you do want to study data science. So feel free to check out that resource. It was a lot of fun to put together. Um, like I said, I've been a chief data scientist for a long time now, but I still keep up with the trends. I still know what's out there. As an example of that, when I first started, I had already had a software developer career, and I wanted to make the move into data science. Um, I had to go back to school for that, but back then, this was so long ago that there wasn't any data science programs, at least not specific to data science. So you kind of had to feel your way around, and the closest you could get is applied statistics. And that's still a very relevant course of study. If you want to just go get an applied statistics degree, there's nothing wrong with that. It'll definitely set you up for data science. So when I did those studies, um, it was very beneficial, obviously, and made me into a good data scientist. But I know that there's things that have changed since I studied. Different updates, different courses, different techniques that have kind of emerged since then. So I introduced that in my guide for students. I think you'll find that in there, and hopefully you'll find that beneficial. So I'm sitting here in my studio. I'm also at my machine, And let's see if I can see if there's any messages or anything in the chat. It looks like the chat is empty for right now. That's okay. I have no idea how these streams are end up being promoted on YouTube. I imagine that there is a section with the streams that has some um, listings of what's available or who's live. So hopefully we'll pick up some users from that. I also worked on a nice thumbnail for the stream. Anytime we do the stream, I'll put up the thumbnail. Um, really, I am one of the parts that I am not great as a data scientist is I'm not very visually creative. That's one of the weaker points for my data science skill set. But I got to tell you, the Canva tool is a godsend. I've been using Canva quite a bit the last few weeks here, preparing some of my other materials, and what a great tool that is. They have some really cool designs on there. So I've been using Canva quite a bit for my thumbnails, for other assets that I need, like my Twitter banner and stuff like that. So I made what I think is a pretty creative thumbnail for today. So hopefully that will attract people. But I might just do these and see who shows up. Maybe try to do it on some sort of regular schedule. If there's a particular schedule you'd like to see me keep to these, please let me know. Right now, I decided to do this around 12 p.m. Pacific time. Again, that's 12 p.m. GMT -7. So that's a little bit later in the day in New York. It's the nighttime in London, and then for most of Asia, that would be the middle of the night for most of Asia. So maybe this isn't an ideal time for that. But I can play around with the time, see if there's an interest in this. Another thing I'm doing is I'm trying an X space tomorrow. I've never done an X space before. For those of you who don't know, that one is it's audio only via X. You can only stream it on X. You can't use any other OBS or things like that. And we'll see how it goes. I've never done one. I've participated in a couple. Just kind of listening on a couple. They seem to attract a lot of people. So I might just go ahead and do that and see if anybody's interested in joining. That one I think has a potential to be more interesting because multiple people can talk on that, right? On these streams like this, it's kind of a one-way conversation where I talk and read the chat and stuff like that. But it's basically one way in that scenario. So if you're interested in joining that, please follow me on my X account. I'm at x.com/ds with Dennis. DS with Dennis. DS as in data science with Dennis is my name on there. So feel free to follow my account. And I am doing that tomorrow, May 2nd at 1500 GMT. So whatever that means for you in your time zone, you can join me at 1500 GMT. I think that's a little bit of a better time for more time zones to be able to join. It's a little bit early on my end, but that's okay. I've always enjoyed working in the mornings. I have a pretty good morning routine where I go walking. I go walking very, very early. Usually it's dark out. Usually it's almost always it's during the 5 a.m. hour. So I should be back well in time for that particular space to start up. And we'll see how it goes. I'd love to be able to do these on a regular basis, kind of do like a scheduled basis. I don't know if that's possible, if there's interest in that. Maybe you guys will get tired of listening to me. But I do enjoy the creator process with the different pieces of content that I'm putting out. Right now, I'm doing a daily delivery of at least a data science minute, as I call it, where I'm pushing out something that I read or something that caught my eye or just different thoughts that I think would be interesting to all of you to be listening to. Okay, so it looks like I hit the 10-minute mark and there's nobody here. That's okay. Sometimes these spontaneous items work out, sometimes they don't. But I'll try again tomorrow, see maybe see how the space goes, and we'll go from there. All right, I'll see you then.